The year is 2042. Virtual reality has become so advanced that it is now indistinguishable from reality. Players can now experience anything they can imagine, from exploring exotic locations to fighting in epic battles. But what happens when the line between reality and virtual reality becomes blurred? That is the question that faces one young man named David. David is a shy and introverted teenager who has always struggled to make friends. He finds solace in virtual reality, where he can be anyone he wants to be. But one day, David's virtual reality game becomes too real. He is transported to a world where he is the only one who can save the day. But as he battles to save the world, David begins to lose sight of what is real and what is not. David's story is a cautionary tale about the dangers of virtual reality. When reality and virtual reality become blurred, it can be difficult to tell what is real and what is not. This can lead to all sorts of problems, including addiction, isolation, and even psychosis. David's story is also a reminder that we should be careful about how we use technology. Technology can be a powerful tool, but it can also be a dangerous one. We need to use technology responsibly and be aware of the potential risks. Here is the full story. David was a shy and introverted teenager who had always struggled to make friends. He found solace in virtual reality, where he could be anyone he wanted to be. He could explore exotic locations, fight in epic battles, and even fall in love with the perfect partner. One day, David was playing his favorite virtual reality game when he suddenly found himself transported to a strange and unfamiliar world. He was surrounded by people who looked just like him, but they all spoke in a language he didn't understand. David was confused and scared. He didn't know where he was or how to get home. He tried to take off his virtual reality headset, but it was stuck. He was trapped in this strange new world. David wandered around for hours, trying to find someone who could help him. But everyone he met just stared at him blankly. They didn't seem to understand him or even see him. David was starting to lose hope. He thought he would be trapped in this strange new world forever. But then, he met a girl named Sarah. Sarah was the only person who could understand him. She spoke his language and she seemed to care about him. Sarah told David that he was in a virtual reality game called The World. The world was a massive simulation that was so realistic that it was indistinguishable from reality. People could live their entire lives in the world without ever knowing that they were in a simulation. Sarah also told David that he was the only one who could save the world. There was a dark force that was threatening to destroy the world, and only David could stop it. David was scared, but he knew that he had to help Sarah save the world. He set out on a journey to find the dark force and defeat it. Along the way, David met many different people. Some of them were helpful, while others were dangerous. David learned a lot about himself and about the world during his journey. In the end, David was able to defeat the dark force and save the world. He returned home a hero, and he was finally able to make friends. But David's story doesn't end there. After a few weeks, David started to feel strange. He was having trouble sleeping, and he was always tired. He also started to have strange dreams. In his dreams, he would be back in the world, fighting the dark force again. One day, David woke up and realized that he couldn't tell the difference between reality and the world. He was trapped in the world, and he couldn't escape. David tried to take off his virtual reality headset, but it was stuck. He was trapped in the world, and he would never be able to go home. David's story is a cautionary tale about the dangers of virtual reality. When reality and virtual reality become blurred, it can be difficult to tell what is real and what is not. This can lead to all sorts of problems, including addiction, isolation, and even psychosis. David's story is also a reminder that we should be careful about how we use technology. Technology can be a powerful tool, but it can also be a dangerous one. We need to use technology responsibly and be aware of the potential risks.